right, you had kind of a long training camp. How's it feel to actually be here a week before the game?
So exciting. Yeah, I mean, preseason always feels long. I can't believe it's only 6 weeks, but we're just buzzing for the game this weekend.
Yeah, I think really good training preseason and some important games against NWSL clubs, and we're ready for the real thing now this weekend.
Apologies, we had the first question, but I just wanted to say I'm proud to introduce our two captains for the year. Dahlkemper and Tess Boade.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask, so last year it was kind of like we're putting the team on the field, not sure what to expect. This year there's a lot more higher expectations, you know what's going to happen. So what's the difference been like between last year and this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think this year, big expectations, which comes with pressure, but I think it's also a good pressure. We've made it super clear our biggest goal is getting a home playoff game. We want to be in PayPal come November, October. I don't even know what the actual date is this year. But yeah, I mean, I think last year a lot of ups and downs, and you know every season is ups and downs. But I think this year we're hoping for some more ups.
As the captains, obviously there's a lot of noise, external noise swirling around the team right now. As the captains, what do you guys do to keep the team focused and not let that stuff be a distraction?
Yeah, I think we just focus on what we can control. We know the type of environment that we're in, and it's been awesome this preseason, and we've really feel really close as a team on and off the field, and I think just again focusing on what we have control of, and that's our practices, our performance, communication, and all that.
Paula Marurita, 10 a.m. Let's talk about the mental process and the physical, and what you guys have accomplished so far in the second year. I have a follow-up. I was talking to Montoya. If you want to choose a moment from last year that's going to help you to continue the foundation, the culture of the team, what would you like to choose as leader of the team? Thank you so much.
I would like to pick the spirit game as kind of something to build off of, right? Like, I feel like this obviously is a new chapter we're writing, year 2, but to be able to be an expansion side with 11 wins last year, setting a record and being kind of 5 minutes away from a semifinal berth as an expansion team, I think there's a lot of promise and hope for this team, and it's going to only get better this year, so definitely positive.
What does it mean for you guys to be captains, and when were you guys told that you were getting that assignment?
I mean, I think it's been like an evolving thing for the preseason, and honestly, we have a lot of really good big leaders on this team, so I think it's such an honor, but it's also a job that is a little bit easier because we have a team that's like super, you asked earlier, how is it keeping the team focused? Everyone's just so excited and so focused, so honestly, like, our job's been pretty easy.
Abby, you came out of a situation last year with a team that was under investigation and had a lot of external issues going on. And I'm just wondering what you learned from how to navigate that.
Yeah, I think it's just important to try and just control what you can. You have your teammates, staff, club all behind you, and being, open, honest, and vulnerable, I think is important, and I think you're just going to build trust within the team, and that's really important. But just making sure that the team is, looking forward to this weekend and just focusing on what we can.
Is it something that can bring a team closer together, kind of rally around each other?
I think this team is really close. Yeah, so I don't think anything has swayed us, and we're focusing on what we have control of, and that's the game this weekend.
Externally, there are, some questions in the soccer world about the culture here. How would you guys describe the culture, and how has it evolved since the club got started?
So Abby wasn't here from day one. I think she was an incredible addition when she joined us mid-year last year. But I mean, an expansion team, there's always growth, right? So like from day one last year to day one this year, it looks a world of a difference. I think the team culture this year, we've put a lot of intentionality into it. And I mean, you can even see like half the team's out here 20 minutes early for training, having fun messing around. So I think we've got a really good thing going. And I'm just excited to keep building on it, honestly.
What was your perception of it when you came in, Abby?
Yeah, I think, the Bay is the most player-centric club I've ever been a part of, like, without a doubt. the amount of attention and detail that they put into the players. It's all about us, which makes your job enjoyable. I'm thankful, I'm grateful to be here and to represent the Bay, and to be on this team.
Tess, how did it change over the course of last year?
Well, first of all, we had a lot of different, I think, players coming in and out, which is super normal for expansion year. I know we actually, I think, had the most returning players, though, of any expansion team so far, which I think says a lot. But I think, just like Abby said, like, this club is the most player-centric club I've ever been a part of. And so I think when you lead with that, it makes it much easier to grow, right? Because things are going to come up always, but I think this club has proven that they have our backs, and it just feels really good as a player to know that.
One more, Paula Maruri. Last year, you guys played without data, information. If you want to look back, what would you like to keep and what would you like to change? And thank you so much.
Can you ask that again? Sorry. So
As
data and
last year,
information.
you guys play without
Sure.
statistics, data.
Oh, okay.
If you want to look back, what would you like to change and what would you like to keep? Thank you so much and welcome back.
Yeah, I mean, I think year 2 is always like a step in the right direction. Last year, I think leading into game 1, it was like no one knew anything about us, right? So a lot of teams know things about us, but that also comes with a good pressure, I think. Yeah, I don't know, do you want to add?
Yeah, no, I think it's just, year 1 is done and dusted, and thankful for that. And, we learned a lot of lessons, but I think it's just about taking those lessons from last year and moving forward and just looking at what's in front of us, which is our game against Utah.